Welcome to Vedic Ganit. This discipline, in the present step 3, we shall be taking up a concrete formulations composition to have an idea as to in which form the Vedic mathematics has reached us, how the values of Vedic mathematics have been preserved, and as that the Ganit is in a murdhani state, a dimensional values are superimposed upon artifices of numbers of values. This transcendental state is in a manifested state and is reaching us in the form of the formulations. We have to revisit these formulations and then to reach at the foundational format of Vedic Ganit. Open a new page, mention Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. Its simple rendering is as in body, so in universe. Simple English rendering of Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande is as Yatha in Pinde body, so likewise in the universe. There are pair of formulations. First formulation is Pind and second formulation is Brahmand. We have to revisit these formulations, Pind and Brahmand, to have a reach at the arithmetic foundation of these formulations. First of all, let us see the letters being availed by this pair of formulations. First formulation, Pind, is availing 5 letters, and these 5 letters lead us to TCB values. These 5 transcendental values of these 5 letters lead to a summation value 5, 7, 14, 19 and 20. This value 20, which is the summation value of the TCB values of the 5 letters of formulation Pind, becomes the TC value of a Pind. Therefore, the first formulation Pind is leading us to its TCB value 20. Likewise, let us now revisit the second formulation, Brahmand. This formulation avails the letters Ba, Ref, A, Ha, Ma, A, Ana, Da and A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This formulation is availing 9 letters. First formulation is availing 5 letters and the second formulation is availing 9 letters. So 5 letters formulation and this is 9 letters formulation. These 9 letters are availing, accepting TC values 7, 3, 2, 9, 9, 1, 7, 5 and 1. This array of 9 values leads to summation value 7, 10, 12, 21, 30, 31, 38, 43 and 144. Let us revisit. 7, then there is 3 and then 2. This is 7, makes 10, makes 12, 21, 30. Now see, after this value, it makes 31. Here is up till 30. Then it is 38. Then 43. And then it is 44. Therefore, here we are reaching at value 20 and here we are reaching at value 44, and this value 44 is the gaps value of value 45, and this is a value gap values of value 21. Now pinned formulation is a composition of 5 letters. These 5 letters lead to TC value 20, and value 20 is parallel to the gap values of a range of 21 points. Second formulation is availing 9 letters, and these 9 letters lead to value 44, and value 44 is the gaps value of array of 45 points. Step ahead, let us now visit these values. Value 20 accepts an organization as 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 for 4, a array transcendence range 0, 1, 2 and 3. Likewise, this is the second array, second transcendence range 0 value 2, 3, 4. So it is a 0 order transcendence range. It is another 0 order transcendence range. So this pair of transcendence ranges accept a synthesis joint value 0 as dimensional order, so becomes value 20. So value 20 in fact is the value of a pair of transcendence ranges of 0 order. The pair of transcendence ranges of 0 order synthesize and lead to value 20. We know that value 20 is also the TCV value of formulation Ved, and it is also the TCV value of formulation Dev. So Ved and Dev are the pair of formulations which are having TC value 20, and TC value 20 is also a synthesis value of a pair of transcendence ranges of 0 order. Now let us see that value 45 is the value which accepts an organization 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now These 9 values, this array of 9 values 1 to 9 as 1 space to 9 space at 0 order are leading us to values which becomes a value 9. Value 9 itself is of the organization which is equal to the transcendence range -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. This value is a transcendence range of a negative order. This is another transcendence range of a negative order. Therefore, the synthesis of a pair of transcendence ranges of -1 order is 9. Let us have a pause. We are having a reach of our solar universe which is of a 6 steps, as 6 is the Surya Ank. The number of Surya, Ank of Surya is 6. It is parallel to the 6 space format of our solar universe. And we know 6 space is having as many as 13 geometries. These 13 geometries are parallel to the TCV value of formulation Surya. Now this value 6 is taking us to 1 raised per 0 plus 2 raised per 0 plus 3 raised per 0, 4 raised per 0, 5 raised to 0 plus 6 raised per 0. This is equal to value 6. However, when we are from 0 order to linear order, that it will become a value 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, which is equal to 21. This value 21 is the value of formulation para and 18. Now this is value 30. Now these Shad chakras we know are having external characteristics 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. These values lead to summation value 42. It is parallel to 21 plus 21. And 21 we know is the value of a 6 space at a linear dimensional order. So pair of linear dimensional orders, so pair of linear dimensions as such are leading us to value 42. This value 42 is the value of a Saur Mandal, means 13 plus 29. This value 42 is the value of the pair of linear organized. This is Sthapatya miring rod. Hypercubes 1 to 6 are making a linear progression, one more than before. Ekadhikena purve. Now it is this reach at 6 in 6 steps. This value 6 is a reach at a 6 space. This 6 space as such is having a reach in terms of 1 space body hypercube 1, 2 space body hypercube 2, 3 space body hypercube 3, 4 space body hypercube 4, 5 space body hypercube 5, 6 space body hypercube 6. So it is this Sthapatya miring rod of value 21. Now we know domain boundary ratio of hypercubes is a raised to power n is to 2n b raised to power n minus 1. Therefore, one space is having 2 boundary components, 2 space is having 4 components, 3 space is having 6 components, 4 space is having 8 components, 5 space is having 10 components, 6 space is having 12 components. So this reach at the domain is a reach of value 21, and reach at the boundary is at value 42. It is this reach which is a Saur-Mandal. So in a Saur-Mandal we are reaching at this particular value, and this reach is going to be as a linear reach of value 21 of a Sthapatyamai ring rod. Let us have a pause and let us recapitulate and let us consolidate all these features, and in terms of it let us recapture that value 20 is leading to a synthesis value of a pair of transcendence ranges of 0 order. Now the value 9 is a value which is a reach as a synthesis value of pair of transcendence ranges of value -1. Now value 42. See, value 42 is the value which is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. Then second transcendence range of the spatial order, and the synthesis value 2 leads us to the value. Now it is this reach of the value of the pair of transcendence ranges. So spatial order range is leading us to value 42. Now value 20, which is the value of a gaps of array of 21 points, and value 45, which is the cover reach for 44 gaps. As such, the pinned as value 20 and as value gaps of array of 21 points. So Sthapatyamai ring rod value 21 with 20 gaps means here is a flow from the gaps of value 20 which becomes a pinned. Now this pinned ultimately at the next step goes out of the array of 45 values from its 44 gaps, and it becomes a Brahmand. So Brahmand value 44, so from value 21 there being 20 gaps, here is the pinned. This pinned reaches the value 44 of a Brahmand and then goes out of the range of 45 values. Now from array of 21 points to the array of 45 points, there is in between a phenomenon of the range of value 20 to 44. It is here where is a pinned, and it is here where is a Brahmand. Therefore, as is pinned, so is the Brahmand. So it is in between unmanifested state of the pinned and the Brahmand. Let us have a pause here and let us revisit these formulations again and see the formulation pinned is going to be a formulation of a pair of syllables. First syllable availing 2 letters and second syllable availing 3 letters. This first syllable is having TC value 7 and second is having value 13. See that when we are having Surya 6 space with 7 space as a origin, then there is a flow of 7 streams in pair. It is this flow of 7 streams in pairs will help us appreciate value Sapt, whose simple rendering is 7, but the TCV value of Sapt is going to be 14. Further, we know a raised to power 7 is equal to 14 b raised to power 6. 14 we know is 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is hypercube 4, a creator's space. 6 space is a self-referral space and 7 space is a unity state, so it is here a pole star. So it is a reach from Surya to a pole star, a phenomenon happening within a creator's space. Now this pind as such is the expression of a flow of 7 streams in pair from the origin of a 6 space. So from the origin of the sun, from the center of the sun, there is a flow of a pair of streams, 7 streams a pair flow, and it is this 7 streams pair flow we can see is parallel to 7 and 13. It is this organization which will be leading us to the pair of syllables. Now it is this pair of syllables reach which deserves to be comprehended well to have a proper appreciation as to the same within creator's state, in a melting state, in an unmanifest state, is to reach a transcendental state as a Brahman. Let us revisit the formulation Brah, and. See, there are 3 syllables. These 3 syllables are having 3 letters 3, letters 3 and letters 3. Now this reach of 3 syllables as 9 letters. Further we know that this is leading us to value 7, 3, 10 and 2, 12. It is leading us to value 19, and here there are going to be values 13. Therefore it as such comes to be a pair of values 12 and 13 are having at its gap value 19. However, the pind as it is, we see, is leading us to value 7, and then it is 7 plus 6. It is this reach which amounts to that between 6 and 7, 6 and 7, now there is going to be a reach of a 7, or in a cyclic order it is going to be between 7 and 7, there is a reach of a value 6. These pair of features of formulation pind and Brahmand will take us to the Sthapatya miring rod 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We know 6 space is having 12 boundary components and 6 space is having 13 geometries range. Step ahead, 7 step is having 14 geometries, 14 boundary components. Now this gap of 12 boundary components of 6 space and 13 geometries range of 6 space and ahead there being 14 boundary components of a 7 space. We see this reach as such is of value 19. It is this value 19 which fills this particular gap, and with it we reach at the center of the Surya, where is a placement of a 7 space. Now it is this feature that 12 and 13 are to be filled with value 19, and it will making a Brahmand as a composition of 3 syllables of TCB values triple 12, 19 and 13. With these features in our mind, let us now revisit the way the knowledge is ultimately being preserved and reaching us. Let us have a visit to the Mandaka Upanishad. Mandaka Upanishad is an Upanishad of 12 shlokas. Of these, shlokas 3 and 4 in particular are being focused at present. Shloka 3 is leading us to Saptang Ekno Vinshati Mukha. That means values 17 and 19 are being focused here in Prathama, the first consciousness state. Likewise, values 7 and 19 are being focused in respect of the second consciousness state as well. It is this feature as to how values 7 and 19 are interconnected. It is in this context that we have to see the interrelationship, interconnection of values 7 and 19. How the 7 space playing the role of a origin is having a value 19. It is this feature which deserves to be comprehended well while moving along a Sthapatya miring rod of setup of composition of hypercubes 1 to 6 with boundary components being of value 42. It is this value 42 and it is this value 21, which would mean that a single linear flow of 6 steps and the second spatial flow of 6 steps. In both cases, here the phenomenon is to be of a reach of value 7 and value 19. Let us have a pause here. Let us see that the Vedic mathematics values as foundation of the Vedic knowledge as is reaching us at present is in the form of formulations like Pind and a Brahmand. It is further in the form of the scriptural organizations like Yatha Pinde, Tatha Brahmande, and further it is an enlightenment as is of the Mundaka Upanishad. So this Mandukya Upanishad as such is availing as well as preserving this knowledge of the happening, manifestation, transcendence at the origin of the sun. The origin of sun means 7 space playing the role of an origin of a 6 space. 6 space as a 6 ank is a Surya ank. 6 is the number of sun. 6 is the first perfect number. Now 7 space is a format of a pole star, Dhruv. Dhruv is a formulation which leads us to the following features. See, Dhruv, it is a pair of syllables. Here there are 3 syllables and here letters, and here are 2 letters. This pair of letters are of TC value 7 plus 1, 8, and this is equal to 7, 1 plus 3 is equal to 11. Now 11 plus 8 is equal to 19. Make a note that reach at the origin of 6 space is reach at a 7 space. This is a reach from Surya of value 13 to Dhruv. It is of value 19. Therefore, it is this interrelationship, it is this organization which is of a fundamental enlightenment. It is this enlightenment which is being preserved in the Jagrit Avastha, the first state, awakening state, first consciousness state, a Jagrit Avastha, as well as the same being also the second consciousness state, enlightenment as well. Therefore, we have to be very gentle, very sequential with the organization of the formulations being availed by the scriptures. Students, sadhakas, fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel to the knowledge and enlightenment of the Vedic order shall aspire for being parallel to the essence of Vedas, Vedanta, Upanishads, the end value, the essence value of Vedas as Upanishads. Therefore, one shall be through, be face to face with, and one shall imbibe the values of the Upanishad. The first Upanishad which one shall take up is a Mandukya Upanishad. It is Atharvaved Upanishad. Then there is another order of reach. It is that one may start with the Isha Upanishad, and this Isha Upanishad is the Upanishad of a Yajurved. We can begin with the Atharvaved, we can begin with the Yajurved, and like that we can be parallel to the enlightenment as a sense of the Vedic knowledge. Therefore, the students of Vedic mathematics, science and technology, this discipline of Vedic Anka Ganit as it is reaching us in the forms as are being pointed out today in this step with the illustrative case of Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. So, with the formulations Pind and Brahmand, we have been initiated and exposed as how ultimately we have to reach at their organization foundational format. Vedic Anka Ganit and Vedic Ganit as such is lively as the foundational format. The foundational format of the formulations is parallel to the values of Vedic Anka Ganit. Therefore, one fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel to the values, foundations, format, features of Anka Ganit, Vedic Anka Ganit shall visit the formulations as these stand composed and have reached us, and then the formulations shall be expressed in terms of the letters being availed. Thereafter, reach at the transcendental code values standing accepted by these letters. Thereafter, to have a reach at the parallel geometric formats in the principle of yoga and Sankhya. Sankhya and yoga are the pair of processing steps. Yoga accepts the existence of artifices of number Sankhya and avails dimensional frames. On the other hand, Sankhya presumes the existence of the geometric formats and avails artifices of numbers. So artifices of numbers and dimensional frames run parallel to each other, and these complement and supplement each other at every step. It is in this light that we shall revisit the formulation Pind and Brahmand, and like that other formulations as well, and then we shall reach at how the Shad Chakras, Surya Mandal, Sthapatya Miring Rod, and ultimately the pair of values 7 and 19 as the first consciousness stage as well as second consciousness state, and then we should revisit the text of the Mandika Upanishad, avail the technical terms, reach at the word formulations, and these word formulations shall be reached at, made, these shall find place in one's TCV dictionary. Make these entries, reach at their TCV values, reach at their parallel geometric formats, and ultimately try to comprehend, be parallel to it, and with the repeated visits to these format features and format, one may become conscious, and with the transcendental grace, these manifested formulations will give away, and there will flow a transcendental carriers which will flow on the hypercubes, this Sthapatya Miring Rod. We shall be touching up these aspects in the subsequent lessons. However, it is going to be a blissful exercise that one shall recapitulate all these features, and one shall elaborate oneself, one shall express oneself, one shall make a complete note of it. Thank you very much.